Do you expect to get a name like Derrick Lewis so early into your UFC career?
Grande luta para você. Você esperava ter um nome grande como o Derrick Lewis tão cedo na tua carreira no UFC?
Of course, the Derrick Lewis is a very big name, not just in UFC, but around the world when we talk about MMA. I really get surprised because we was booked to fight against another fighter, you know, and when the UFC come to us and let we know that we come to fight against Derrick Lewis, for us it was a big surprise, but we are ready for him.
Do you think they booked that because it was Romanov originally, and he's a grappler, and we know you like to strike? So do you think they just looked at you and thought you would bring a better fight with Derrick Lewis?
Originalmente Romanov, então pensar assim, pô, vai ser um grappler. E pensaram assim, pô, ele é melhor que o Derrick Lewis porque a luta vai ser melhor. Você acha que foi por isso que acabou casando essa luta? Dois trocadores, ou seja, exatamente, o fato de não ser Romanov, ser você, assim, com o Derrick Lewis agora. Você acha que esse casamento de luta traz uma luta melhor para a galera? Você acha que você pensou nisso?
Yes, of course. I think then me against Derrick Lewis, probably this fight don't will come to the last round, and for sure, it's not will be a boring fight.
And he obviously famously has the most knockouts in UFC history. What would it mean for you to knock out the KO King?
E ele, com o maior número de knockouts na história do UFC, o que significaria para você acabar nocauteando o rei dos nocautes?
I really don't think about that because I know how important are this fight for me, and I know then when I'm knocked out, it will put me in another level in this organization. You know, it's really represent a lot for me.
When you look at your record, whether it's in Muay Thai or kickboxing or MMA, do you feel like you fought anyone similar to him?
Quando você olha para o teu retrospecto, seja Muay Thai, MMA, você já lutou com alguém similar a ele?
Yes, of course. In kickboxing, I have many experience, and I fight with different styles from the athlete. You know, I fight against faster guys, heavy guys, tall guys, small guys. That experience will make a real difference for me today in MMA.
And for this event, it will be the first time that the 12-6 elbows are legal and knees to the ground of opponent. The definition has changed. Have you taken that change in rule set into your game planning at all and into your training?
Mudança de regra a partir desse evento, mudou a regra de cotovelada, também mudou a maneira como eles veem agora, quando que um oponente está realmente no chão. Você já levou isso em consideração para a tua luta? Você já teve que incorporar isso, pensando assim, a regra mudou, agora eu tenho que lutar de uma maneira diferente, eu posso fazer certas coisas?
They let me know about these new rules 2 days ago, like that we don't make not a difference for this fight. I just will come to fight, you know. On my last fights, I don't use much elbows, I don't use much knees, and for this fight, I don't think it will be much different than this.
Is there another rule set change you would like to see happen in MMA next?
Alguma regra que talvez você gostasse de ver mudada para o futuro do MMA? Você acha que é alguma coisa assim, a gente precisa, talvez, eu acho que seria legal para o esporte se a gente mudasse tal coisa?
I don't know. I don't think so. I really think that the rules that we have on our sport today, it's really complete, and if you have some rules, you have to understand then that rules exist to support or take care about the fighters too.
Right here to your right. You mentioned not using elbows a lot in your last fight. You did go the distance for the first time in MMA. Were there some positives to take away from getting that cage time, or were you disappointed to see that finish streak come to an end?
Você falou o fato de não usar tanto o cotovelo na tua luta. Na última luta você acabou distância completa. Você fez uma luta completa. Teve coisas positivas de se extrair, de ter lutado uma luta completa, fazer todos os 15 minutos, 3 rounds. Oposto a você, pô, eu não nocauteei o cara, mas tirei isso de positivo.
From my last fight, I'm really show to everybody that I'm ready to fight 2 rounds against everybody. You know, before this fight, I think then have more than 7 years. Then I don't fight 3 rounds on my career like that. was good for improve to everybody and to myself. Then I'm ready to fight everybody for 3 rounds, or it depends for which way the fight we take.
And really, just a few weeks' time, we're going to see the return of Jon Jones and Stipe-Miocic, obviously two famous names in your division. So what are your thoughts on that fight, and how do you see it playing out?
Em algumas semanas vai ver o retorno do Jon Jones e do Stipe-Miocic, são grandes da tua categoria. O que você pensa dessa luta, Jones e Miocic agora? Finalmente vai acontecer.
I think then Jon Jones you beat the Miocic. I think then Jon Jones come with a new version for him, and you come stronger, you come faster than from the last fight, and I'm so anxious to watch this fight.
You came from a similar background from your fellow countryman Alex Pereira through kickboxing. I'm sure watching his rise up through the UFC, becoming double champion, has given you some great inspiration as you kind of look to kick off your UFC career with a big win over Derrick Lewis.
Você veio de um background parecido com o do Poatan, obviamente, né? Essa galera do kickboxing vem forte agora, a gente sabe. Você tira um pouco de inspiração, alguma inspiração do fato de que, é um kickboxer que chegou, arrebentou, foi campeão, já foi campeão do mundo da divisão fácil na terceira até. Você tira uma inspiração da trajetória do Poatan e da maneira como agora você tem uma oportunidade de ouro lutando contra um Derrick Lewis para, de repente, alavancar uma carreira ainda melhor?
Of course, Poatan is the biggest inspiration that we have today in the organization, because he really come from the kickboxing like me. He fight in WGP like me, and also in Brazil. We fight in the same events, small events, big events from kickboxing. And I was talking with a friend of mine, with my trainers, like, okay, if Poatan did, why we cannot do to get two, Of course, he's a real inspiration for me, and I look for him and I say, okay, I will do same than him.
Thank you.